Hey guys, we're back with the oh, I should have gotten title screen now. But we're back with the letter. We finished Ashton's route last time. And we lived as Ashton. One of the main four survived. Good enough for me. So Luke, I've been wanting to like Luke. But like the last like hour, maybe 90 minutes of Ashton's route was just, Luke is a bad guy, do not like him. You know, there's that thing with Zachary and the whole, you know, racism thing. And well, you know, the whole, you know, torture thing was also there. And the whole implies kills people on a regular basis thing with his butler. So, yeah. I'm not sure where this is going. It didn't give us a date, so this might be before, or I don't really know what it is. I was hoping that Luke's route would just be like the climax, but given where Ashton's route left off, I imagine Ashton's route left off like 10 minutes before the game ends, probably. That's just how it looked like to me. Anyways, another long and exhausting day at work, and I still have much to do. Sometimes I wonder why I still bother. Surely afford to retire, give the businesses to trusted colleagues. Don't they make enough to only break even? I have enough money to last us a lifetime or 3. I'd send 7 children to college if I had any, not that I plan to. The problem's obvious, isn't it? I don't trust any of the lot. It has to be me because they might get it wrong. I don't want to retire. It's only waking up one day only to find that everything has gone down the toilet. Maybe I should hire Macaulay as a personal assistant? She seems capable and trustworthy enough. Oh yeah, how's our relationships with everyone? We did badly with Hannah. He looks so evil! Luke, you gotta work on that. Practice in front of the mirror in the mornings. It's hard to find someone who isn't trying to butter me up and trying to curry favor with me.
Christ, I'm knackered. Who do I have to kill to have fewer problems around here?
Okay, this is after you met Marianne, though, so this isn't before it takes place. It's probably like past this. Not only allowed to complain, I chose this path. That doesn't stop me from doing so, as I throw my shoes off and let them land wherever they please. Petty, maybe. There's a certain joy that comes with stepping on the carpeted staircase with nothing but my socks on. Oh, we're on the 29th, okay. What happens the 29th? I think Rebecca's still alive? Yep. Okay. Oh, and this is the night Hannah gets possessed. I'll accept no distractions. Call up Johan's for a sandwich, but that's probably it. Got a suitcase filled with contracts to check over and sign before I can retire for the night. Also waiting for a call from Suarez for any updates regarding the IT leaks. A real cause for concern. It's the reason there's been the investigations on me. Had it been a new thing, let it run its course. Or did that say ruin its course? No, that's run, okay. But it's been going on far too long, nearly 3 years, for me to just take on a passive role in the affair. Well, I kept my head this far because I managed to mitigate most of the damage with several favors. But some grand puppeteer to ensure that high-profile law enforcement and government officials keep me out of trouble. But who knows how long he could stay that way. Ours are shifting, and the current can be unpredictable. This whole exit business is already shaking things up and upsetting the balance. It's only with great care that I stay where I am, but the smallest of efforts can unravel all that I've done. It certainly won't help if I'm being accused of things, whether I'm guilty of them or not, because some computer chump thinks he can play a game with me. Computer chump. Well, stuff. It'll be a miracle if I can get to sleep tonight. But that is hardly surprising news. But before I can even take a step into the study, a voice from the bedroom calls out to me.
Luke, darling, you're finally home. Why don't you be a dear and come in here?
Luke, don't do this. It's a ghost. And I hesitate. For a moment. Do have work to do, but I suppose greeting my wife as I get home is only proper. I've already been gone for most of the week, unless I needed to be here for work on the house. So with a sigh, head towards the bedroom. Oh! I like Luke's route. This is best route so far. The feeling I love doing that joke. The feelings that came to me as I entered the room are definitely mixed. For one, I'm somewhat floored by the set that greets me. And then there's confusion. Exasperation is strangely there as well. Am I allowed to put this on YouTube? And, as to be expected, there's desire. Did someone say desire? She's a divine god. Wow, divine goddess. I mean, don't those, like, divine means, like, of, like, a god, like, what? Let it slide, just let it slide. Or whether she's a horrible temptress. A man wouldn't be attracted by that, huh? Guess there could be a... Pardon? Is that a saying? Sausage jock. Like, that implies that, like, you know, they're gay, right? I mean, I get where that's going, but I mean... That's besides the point. It's not relevant to the situation I found myself in right now. This is nice and all, but why does she have to go and do this now of all nights?
My love, the bed is awfully
okay.
without you.
The matter of the fact is, I've never seen Hannah all trimmed up like this since our first year of marriage. There must be something special bringing on such an act. Wedding anniversary has already passed, so that can't be it. Hannah's first day is in April, mine's in August, so it can't be either of those either. So what in bloody blazes brought this on? Is Hannah drunk?
Why don't you just, you know, take a rest? I'll be busy all night.
Is that answer too cold? I don't mean it to be. She really doesn't look amused.
Come on over and stop being a boring old man. Work can wait.
Maybe you can entertain her, just for a while? It is a tempting idea. But no, I'll never get any work done that way. Imagine how horrible it would be to get a call from sewer guys in the middle of a... Is that... in the middle of... What's slang for holding hands? Like, I can't think of one, but I'm sure that there's some funny joke to make. That would definitely kill the mood and make me more mad than anything. It'll be even worse if Kylie steals the phone from him. That's a little ankle biter is prone to do so unless her father is locked in their room. Just thinking about the possibility is weird. Turns me off from even trying anything.
I'm afraid it can't, Buttercup. But hey, it's Sunday tomorrow. We can go out for dinner right after. Somewhere nice like that Italian restaurant you wanted to try out?
Why don't we skip dinner tomorrow and eat out tonight?
What does that imply?
Whoa there, why don't we slow down? Looks like someone is in the mood, but hey, there's a time and place for everything.
That's what Professor Oak told me. Grew up in a house where hand-holding was a constant thing. It's just a thing that the body does, more or less. Sometimes it comes with social implications, supposedly. Paper-thin walls and a mother like that. Horrid job of hers made me think that way. But I learned later on that that isn't the case for everybody. Suffice to say, really is odd. For her, at least. Quite sure she never grew up in a lewd, prominent... Hope that died. She grew up with a well-to-do, normal, and decent family. And in the 7 years we've been married, she never acted this aggressive about hand-holding. We do it when the mood comes to that, but never like this. When I'm in the mood and she isn't, that's about the time I go around town to have my back scratched. But what does that mean? You had nothing to be guilty of, I believe. As long as it's just lust and not love. It's a good way to explain it, I guess. Just really confused and trying to come to grips with the reality as it's presented to me.
Well, this is the place, but now is not a good time, darling. Like I said, I have plenty of important work to be done.
The spread of Luke just looks weird. He looks like a character from Curious George. Like, you know, like the monkey? Like the guy with the yellow hat? He looks like he's someone photoshopped like a yellow hat and a yellow suit on Luke.
Any other night, this would be great. Excellent, splendid. But not right now, okay?
I suppose if that's what you want. I can have my prince another time.
Chilling hands up my spine as she calls me that again. My prince. Is she going through some midlife crisis? No, she's not the sort to play pretend with that sort of thing. Now that I think about it, this is probably some dream. Must have been exposed to something. Jesus, I've gone and fricked my own brain over. That could be the only explanation. Or at least the only explanation my mind wants to accept right now. But if it were, she'd probably accept her offer, you know? But on the off chance it isn't, I shouldn't. Either choice freaks someone over. Quite literally at that.
Yes, that's right. Another time. So if you could put your dress back on. It's really chilly right now, isn't it? You don't want to catch a cold if we're going out tomorrow.
That's not how colds work! Luke! Thankfully, Luke just went from 10 out of 10, 0 out of 10. That's it. You know, all those other things he did in that shit, those don't matter, but the cold, That does it. Thankfully, she's done as she's told, which puts this strange episode to an abrupt end. Unfortunately, trying to put her dress back on so painfully and seductively slow, especially knows the things she does to me. Especially as I'd like to have the engine running, there are things to be done to make sure we can keep on enjoying a glamorous life as we do now.
I'm starting to think you don't find me beautiful anymore.
Are her eyes paler than they... Hold on. No, we have to go to heart. They totally are... It's too small. But I think her eyes are different.
Is that what brought this on, then? You are an angel. A goddess, Hana. Of all the flowers in this garden, you are by far the most beautiful and rarest of them all.
So why does everyone say Hana? Isn't it supposed to be Hannah?
Every bloke would want to be with you, and every lady would want to be you. I'm sure it goes the other way around, too.
Pardon?
I'm lucky to have you, and I don't know how you put up with the likes of me. I'm really sorry, darling, but it really isn't a good time.
It does hurt me to see you're upset because it's something I've done or said. It always does. One can always get his or her way, though. At least, society would like you to believe in when it is often the blow of disappointment. I'll have to take their side on that, just this once. Pulling her in for a hug and a peck on the cheek, I'm quick to pull away before I change my mind and make it more than that. And at least give her those?
Chin up and smile. You'll get wrinkles frowning like that. And beauty sleep helps.
Of course, my prince. I suppose I can do with the sleep.
The smile that lights up on your face is enough to make me forget about the oddity that had just transpired. Still don't understand this whole prince thing, though I'll let it slide for now. Seeing her with those golden locks and that silver dress makes her queenly. Due respect to her majesty, of course. Alright, the UK as a queen! Despite that, there's just something off.
Hana, before I go, what happened to your necklace? The blue diamond.
The fact that she seems confused feels odd.
Whatever do you mean? Oh, that old thing. It's somewhere in the vanity drawer, I think.
And that necklace was, like, from her family, right? Like, I think it... I think it was mentioned that it's very important. Yeah, look, it's even right there. Well, I didn't notice that every character has their own, like, drawing. It's like those cinnamon rolls. Looks like Zachary's a camera, that makes sense. Miriam's her cat. Rebecca's a history book, she's a teacher. And shoots a gun because, you know, he has a gun. Luke's is, of course, glass of, well, it's probably not wine, it's a, well, wine and absinthe. Just say wine so I don't have to say absinthe. Because I might be pronouncing that incorrectly. Not intentionally, but still incorrectly. Be so aloof about it.
What? But wasn't that from your father?
It was a priceless heirloom, to be exact, handed down from one generation of Evans to the next. Is that Evans or Evans? Whether it be to a wife or a daughter of an Evans. I know that Hannah treasures it so, especially after it was given to her with her own mother's passing. Then, what is that ugly thing dangling around her? Don't say that. You'll die. It looks more like a choking hazard than anything.
It was, of course it was. I just thought a change would be nice.
I don't think I've seen her wear anything else in its place. Change it is, but not an entirely welcome one at that.
I see. I suppose
that
that
better
makes
not be
sense.
a Star Wars reference.
Well, not that it matters, but I like the old necklace better. At the very least, we can have it cleaned and polished while you're not wearing it. Remind me to have that done in the morning.
Whatever you wish, my prince.
Right. You have a good night then, Buttercup.
With a shake of my head, don't waste any more time than I've already done. Heavy suitcase in hand, I head straight to the study and dive into the contracts. There's a whole stack of them too, mostly to do with property management. Nonetheless, careful work needs to be put into them, as well as everything else. My attorneys have already checked them over, but I like to be precise. Not gonna sign if there's even a single line I do not like. It's a long way into the night when a coldness envelops the room. I suspect at first that it's merely just the usual chill. But the heaters have been turned on as the strangely sunny weather that has been gracing us as of late has come to an end. The door is barely open, just by a crack, though I shut it in case that might help. Satisfied, though not as much as I would have liked, the room still feels freezing. Make my way back to the mess of documents waiting for me at the table. Just a few more, I can get that well-deserved rest, get out of this place, and dive into the warm comforts of my bed. Then maybe if Hannah's still up for it, well, it's more than enough of motivation. Pick me back on the chair, begin to work with the last of the blasted papers, more than ready to be done with everything and turn in for the night. Only for another chill to start on me to a stop. That's when I feel the hairs on my back back of my nightstand now. So, the ghost really likes Luke. The ghost really likes Luke because look-alike and... hold on. Save memory fragments. I mean, you know, with gallery. Oh yeah, we got a new memory fragment for Mary Ann's, didn't we? I think it was this one? Probably it. You know, there's her looking at him, crying. Even though there's implied rape, like, I mean, there's the whole crying thing. Although that could be someone else, I guess. We don't actually see his fate. That makes sense, actually. Oh, wait, continue. Anyway. That's when I feel the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. Eyes blowing at the back of my head, brush of air just to the nape, and when I glance back... Hey, there's a smudge on the mirror. Reflected in the lone portion of the room, someone stands behind me, just by the study door I closed moments ago, though I did not hear it open. Perhaps it's Hannah, trying to be sneaky. Hans being a bell end of his spook as usual.
Do I really have to ask people to knock before they enter? Seriously now, this is anarchy, and I'll have you know...
I turn. There's nothing.
Huh. Must have been a trick of the light. It is getting late, and I should really go to bed myself. Just have to finish looking over a few more contracts, and...
Yes, just finish signing these, and again, I can have some rest. Maybe arrange for a day off in the morning. Sighing, I steel myself for a long night of dry paperwork. Let me guess, it's gonna be the portrait. Hoo! Luke returned home, exhausted from work, only to be greeted by a very clingy Hannah. Though her advances were appreciated, this abrupt change in her unnerved Luke. I gently let her down before quickly retreating to the study. Then in the night, however, and how's the branching? Oh no, I forgot. The branching tree just lags the game. It's not responding. It's too big. My computer can't handle this much branching. That's a weird branch like that. Still, the feeling that I'm being watched stays with me all through the night. October 30th. Too early to call it. With the sun rising comes another disturbance. Both too loud and too sharp for my tastes. What happens the 30th? So, Rebecca dies today. Zachary breaks... Ooh, okay. I have very fine tastes. When the piercing rings of a doorbell reaches even the study, very much inclined to think the person who built this place lacks any sense of it. So, here's what happened. The ghost lured Zachary in so that she could enjoy her quiet life with Luke. What? Is that how Kira called it? Something like that. The piercing rings of the doorbell reaches even the study, very inclined to think that the person who built this place lacks any sense of it. Perhaps the only thing good in this is that the ruckus has chased away the needling guilt from last night's commotion, if only temporarily. Still, it's a bloody annoying distraction. You can tell already that it's going to be a long day. It hasn't even started. Before the racket even lasts another minute, peeling myself off the chair and heading straight for the main door. There'll be a murder today if this doesn't let up. How quaint. Seems everything in the blasted universe is intent on getting on my nerves as of late.
Gordon Bennett! Only a Nancy would knock at such an ungodly hour!
Oh, yay! Zachary knocked... Yay! In the first place, I shouldn't be the one doing this. So I hired a bailiff, for freak's sake.
Where's that damn butler when I need him?
I'll be honest, if only for today. With the mansion this quiet at this hour of the morning, it's easy to believe those little ghost stories might be real. But the only horror here is how odd my own wife has been acting as of late. Ha ha ha! There's no place for fear when another set of problems already burns that fuel. So I wait for another second. No butler still answers my call. I simply yank the doors open myself, perhaps with more force than needed. Maybe it should be appropriately there, considering the person on the other side and the hour he dared appear on my doorstep. Even someone with half a brain knows not to disturb anyone this early. I mean, that's fair. Brief confusion quickly gives way to anger, before the bloody photographer can even get a word in, hurling venom at him. It's less than he deserves, really. Hannah will disapprove, scold me for treating the photographer with such disrespect. She hears me right now. She seems fond of him, after all. despite meeting him only once or twice. He's merely doing his job, she'll say. But she's not here, isn't she? What she doesn't know.
You? How the hell did you get in here? What in 7 hells do you want? It's bloody 6 in the morning!
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time. Did you even check the clock before coming here? I bet you didn't.
This isn't a good time, but ghosts exist. This is still my home. My rules also apply to this place as much as Hannah's do. Simple as that.
Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep.
I mean, you weren't sleeping. It just so happens it's also a person I'll never take a liking to. No need for remorse.
Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
He continues shouting, even as I slam the door in his face. Some nonsense about the news lately, though I don't understand most of it. However, with the closed doors muffling the better part of it, with no ears to listen, his tirade doesn't last too long. Eventually, he leaves, and silence once again fills the room, as it should. In hindsight, maybe I should call for psychiatric services. Certainly sounds mental, just screaming like that. A suspicious man like him left roaming in the immediate grounds? Nothing good can come of it. What if his presence will indeed bring a problem, sign of bad things to come? Probably know soon enough. Worst comes to worst, Johans will take care of it, if need be. That's what I'm paying him for. In the meantime, I need rest, even just a few hours. My lovely wife still fast asleep when I join her in her bed. She feels a tad bit warm to the touch, though, too. There's nothing to worry about, I hope. Yeah, it's not like she's being possessed, ha 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 ha. It's not as she's been acting lately. The company's nice after spending long, grueling hours going through business documents. Then again, it's not like I'd be losing out much if I take a break or two. In fact, all I have to do is say the word. Advanced General Electronic stocks are going to go down. It's the least I can do after Rochelle's Vance's outbursts during the party. Oh! Highly doubt Rochelle will leave for long. Not if Harvey has any sense in him. So with a sigh, I drift off, setting aside my problems, if only for a few hours. Not long into it, though. Perhaps only a few minutes in my mind, a knock interrupts my attempt at getting some rest. Checking the time on my phone, however, shows that it's just 8:30. Still too tired. What can I do about it? Getting up is an entirely different problem of its own. Waking up after getting only a few hours of sleep in, my body stiff and sore and my mind feeling Leif Erikson Day. Part of me wants to go back and doze up again, an alien feeling to it. But it's already far too late for my taste, and on the second round of knocks, I reluctantly peel myself off the bed and answer the door. Only to be greeted by none other than Stroken and his grumpy face. I don't know German, what's that mean? The sight of it is enough to dampen my own irritation. I can only follow word gestures towards the hallway. I have questions as to why he would bother me at this hour in the morning. Going by the grim, or rather grimmer than usual air about him, must be something serious. Main state is serious, relaxed and cool as it can be. His eyes hold an intensity that promises nothing but trouble.
I do hope I wasn't interrupting anything.
Well, I did want to sleep, but apparently the world conspires against me.
What do you want?
If you wish to sleep so badly, feel free to tuck yourself back in bed. I thought you ought to know that we've had an intruder.
And sue me if that doesn't pique my curiosity. Intruders, thieves who would dare set foot in my house and try to rob me were rare. If they had any form of experience, I have an idea not to mess with their rights, no matter how tempting our urges may be. But that did not mean attempted robberies did not happen. What was strange about this one was the fact that Johan said it important to bring it to my attention. Oftentimes they deal with pets because I wouldn't really care about how they take care of it, so...
This needs my attention, why? Are they any danger?
Actually, I think I'll let you be the judge of that. He's down in the parlor. Come on.
Johan's just knocked Zachary out, right? I glanced at the bedroom door, hoping to goodness that Hannah will remain fast asleep, before following him downstairs. Through the foyer. And into the parlor where a familiar man sits unconscious, tied up to one of the chairs.
I thought I heard something scurrying around. As it turns out, it's a giant rat. And one that had pretended to be a harmless mouse, too.
And he's still alive, isn't he?
Get rid of the body. No. Journal broke. It's hard to tell. The way his body's too still. It's too light. But it is there. Subtle rise and fall of his chest. His presence lets me breathe a sigh of relief. Death caused by one of my own men is normal. To be expected, really. Dead body I can deal with. It'll just be one of many I've seen. But if one turns up while the missus is at home? not too thrilled with the idea.
I saw no reason to do more than incapacitate him. So yes, the man is still alive. Of course, that can be remedied if you wish.
No, this is fine. He wasn't trying to kill us, was he?
If he was wholly unprepared. But I do not think he had such nefarious purposes. He is a big man, but he seems too soft to be a hired killer. A common trespasser or petty thief, maybe. Certainly nothing more.
If a petty thief dares to try anything against me, people are forgetting their place. This we made an example of. It's like soft fruit once, and everyone thinks they can get away with taking advantage. Thieving ways is one-way ticket behind bars. And to being killed by a ghost. Suddenly as my anger washes away, that I realize that the sun is starting to rise, off into the horizon. I can only feel annoyance at myself for missing another night of sleep.
Call the police then, let them round him up, and bring me some bloody coffee while you're at it.
Thankfully, he leaves me to my own simmering as I take one of the free seats. While waiting for my drink, I find myself staring at this man. Where are his eyes? See why Hannah took an interest. Oh no, wait. I don't want to know where his eyes are. See why Hannah took an interest in him.
I was talking with Zachary, the photographer for Luxury Living.
Yeah, it's nice, but that doesn't mean she's befriended every John and Jane from the streets.
He was a perfect gentleman, Luke. I can't say the same for you as of recent.
Look at the man you called a perfect gentleman now, dears.
Look, Luke. Nothing will happen. You have to relax. It was just a friendly chat.
A friend who takes advantage of someone who has shown them kindness. Truly, such soft hearts could not survive in this world for long, and it's only so lucky that I am here for her. Who better to protect her from monsters than the worst of them all? And as it always does when I'm in such a situation, power I willed hits me like an unnatural high. Something else when I can hold a man's life in my hand without resorting to murdering. Person is as good as incarcerated the moment I send them Harvey's way. This makes me wonder if I can make a luxury living grovel, beg for my forgiveness because of the crime committed against me by one of their staff. Deep in my thoughts, stuck in this power trip that rushes through me, barely notice we have company until Joe Hans puts a cup of coffee in my hand.
Officer Carl and his colleague are here to collect. They'll want your statement.
And as he says, there are two officers by the door. I can't even bother to spare them the slightest of glances before looking back at the unconscious... Look, what is this? 1800? Hold on. Let's look at the word usage of... Wait, what? Oh, that means something else that... Oh. I'm glad I didn't say it then. Okay. That's a racist term. I assume, because it refers to a black fictional character created by Florence Kate Upton. Appears in children's books in the late 19th century. And, okay. Ooh, I saved myself there. People would have hated me if I said that. Look, you can't say that? Well, I mean, it could be worse.
If they need my statement, I'll give it to their chief. I'm due a visit to a good friend anyway.
After my coffee and a bit of breakfast, of course. But Luke, you can't say that. They'll get me fired. I think I'll call it there. 28 minutes, that's about normal. Branching tree. Oh, hey, we lag. We've already made a fair bit of progress, actually. I mean, 10th of the way through, maybe, if that. But once we pass a certain point, I'll start advancing fast. So anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time. That's it for me today. I'm gonna go eat. I'm starving. So I'll see you guys then. Bye. Oh, I have to hit stop recording, right?